What up, y'all? It's your boy, that cool black guy. And I just wanted to make this video real quick because believe it or not, I'm someone who has just got in the habit of just logging in the league and just jumping straight into games and completely ignoring shit and not paying attention when I get in the mood to play league. So I wanted to make this video because yesterday the new champion Jinx was announced. And it was kind of like a teaser. They did like Vi's perspective on Jinx, and it was like a little story behind it. I won't go all into that, but what I wanted to talk about is like her abilities and what I think she's gonna be like. Obviously, I think she's gonna be a AD carry. Usually any type of champion with guns, and range and shit like that end up being an AD carry. So, which having another AD carry at this point, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think the game could use a couple new AD carries. I know Lucian just came out, and in my opinion, he's a pretty good AD carry. But looking at some of Jinx's abilities, man, I think she is going to be a beast. Now I'll talk about a little bit why I think she's going to be a great AD carry. Now, obviously, it's way too early to know. But as soon as she gets on the public beta, I'll be doing some gameplay of her and kind of give you guys my first thoughts, and so you can get a look at her in depth. But her passive, I don't think it's really a big deal. Her passive is called Get Excited, and it says a massive movement speed boost whenever a champion or a tower is killed. Which to me, that it's not really a great passive. It probably will, for team fights, it'll be really good because you get a kill, it'll give you a nice movement speed buff to if you want to kite a little bit or maybe reposition and get out of the team fight a little bit. So in team fights, I think it's gonna be good. But as far as like laning goes, it's not gonna be a huge deal because you're not gonna be getting too many kills or too many towers while you're laning early on. But it'll be helpful, I think. But I think her Q, which is one is called Fish Bones and one is called Pow Pow, which is the minigun. Fish Bones is the rocket launcher. Now Pow Pow is it gives you an attack speed buff for a short duration. It can stack up 3 times. But then Fish Bones, which is a rocket launcher, it gives you a buff in range and damage, which that's gonna be crazy for poking and lane, especially against champions. Well, I don't know exactly like how far the range is gonna be. As soon as I get some more information on that, I'll definitely come back here with the info. But as far as like poking and lane, obviously when you AD carrying, poking early game is a very big thing for winning those trades and potentially winning lanes. So that can be a huge give you a huge advantage in the laning phase. But also from what I'm seeing right here in the kit, her W Zap, which is a slow, and then her E Flame Chompers, which from the reading it right here, if you can see it, throws a line of snare grenades, and each time the enemy champion walks over a grenade, cause it to detonate, rooting them briefly. Now reading that's two crowd controls that she's gonna have in the lane. So she's gonna have a slow and a snare that's gonna root you. That is gonna be huge for if the jungler comes down to gank, and even just trading. If it's gonna make it a little bit harder for that enemy AD carry or enemy support to get out of if you guys are poking back and forth, or if you're trading, it's going to make it a little bit harder for them to get away. And I think that's going to be a big deal because you don't see a lot of AD carries with any type of crowd control or any type of snare or slow like that, especially 2 of them in the kit alone. And then her ultimate Super Mega Death Rocket it's a global ultimate. And not only is it global, it seems like it's going to be, kind of a nuke where it, if the enemy is low on health, you can just go ahead and drop that on them and bam, you finish them off. Now that's also another big thing, because a lot of AD carries have like steroids as ultimates. Like you think about it, like Twitch has a steroid that gives them attack range, and well, if you think of Vayne has a steroid where she gets attack damage, and then, you know, she can stealth when she Qs, you know, stuff like that. Tristana's ultimate is just essentially is just a knockback, but this, you know, a nuke is just gonna be, man, that's gonna be, it's gonna be great, you know. So this, reading her kit, from what I'm reading from it, I'll leave it on here so you guys can get a little look at her. Reading her kit, man, it seems like she's going to be pretty strong. And that's, you know, that's just my first impression of reading this. This is obviously gameplay picture of her right here, and yeah, man, I'm hoping that you know, she is as strong as I think she's gonna be. Obviously, I don't want her to be overpowered or too strong, like, or nothing like that. But man, it looks like she's gonna be a real fun champ to play. Can't wait to play her. But I just wanted to put this video out here so you guys got to look at her in case you didn't, or if you haven't heard about her, period. Because like I said, I hadn't. It was like 3 weeks after Lucian was announced that I actually even heard about him. I was lost. I was like, what the fuck? How did I not even hear anything about this champ? And he black. Like, what the fuck? I should have been the first to hear about that. But nah, man. So anyways, man, hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and leave a like. I will definitely be coming back as soon as she drops on the public beta environment with some gameplay of her. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Peace out. Oh, you know what? Before I leave, yeah, see, this gives her, like, it gives you a little breakdown of how she's gonna be in team fights, and you know, her lane and phase, bot lane. This is the story. So yeah, you can go ahead and check it out. You can pause the video if you want to read it or not. I'm not about to sit here and read all this shit, but yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, man. I'll let y'all later. Peace.